All right, we're live. It looks like it must be a buoy out there or something.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's green on top, so it must be a buoy. It's kind of like on its side or something. That's why it doesn't look right. Okay, just making sure it wasn't like the Loch Ness monster or something.
Okay.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming into the reseller workout. It's supposed to be raining, but it's not right now, so I got my umbrella with me just in case. This is my $30 umbrella from New York City.
Wow. I'm impressed.
All it is just a regular totes umbrella, but me and my girls, when we were in New York City last year. Um, it just started downpouring. I mean, it was bad, and of course, there's nowhere that you can just duck in there. So my girls went in and got 2 umbrellas for us, and yeah, they were $30 a piece. I was like, holy shit! But it's a nice big totes one, but.
Yeah, but when you consider you can go to a thrift store and get one for $1.
I know, and I get them, and that was the thing. My dad and my husband stayed in Pennsylvania. We went out to Pennsylvania to Cool Springs, and they have a steam museum out there, and so we went out there for that, for their little steam show out there that they have, and well then. Me and my girls and my nephew and my 2 nephews and his girlfriend, where they all wanted to go see New York City. So we went over there and left my dad and my husband in Pennsylvania. Well, I ended up leaving my umbrella in Pennsylvania with them and forgot to bring it with. And sure enough, it started pouring. And when we were in New York City, we went to New York City for about 3 days and
Wow.
enjoyed ourselves. Both of them, my dad and my husband, were both like, yeah, we don't want nothing to do with New York City. So.
Well, I think it'd be fun to go.
Yeah,
I've never
yeah,
been.
it was fun. You've never been to New York City?
No.
Yeah, it's a different world.
Yeah, I keep thinking that I'm gonna make it to Westminster with my dogs, and
Oh,
then I'll be able to see New York City, but I haven't gotten there yet.
yeah, maybe one day.
Yeah.
I told my girls now that we know more about New York City. I'd like to go back, because we didn't get to see like the different boroughs and stuff, and um, there was a lot of stuff we didn't see.
Mhm.
But we didn't realize that there's these tour buses that you can actually pay one price and you can get on them and they'll take you to, there's like many different spots around the city. And well, I thought they were like regular tour buses that they just drive around and you just look at the city from the bus.
Uh-huh.
But I guess no, these ones you have a pass and you can sit and ride them, and they'll drop you off at this place, and then and then at different times they'll come back and pick you up and you can go to a different place.
Oh, okay. So you have
So
some time to walk around and see stuff, huh?
yeah, well those, I mean, they're like, I kept calling them seagulls, the people that are selling these bus passes.
Hmm.
And I didn't even want to talk to them about it. I was just like, no, go away, because everywhere in New York City, you've got people coming up to you wanting to sell you something.
Really?
And oh yeah, and it's just like being at a damn carnival and a bunch of carnies coming up to you, telling you, and they're screaming at you from their businesses, hey, come on over here, and just, and um, so I didn't even want anything. I mean, we'd get off the we get off the shuttle from our motel because we stayed in Jersey. And I mean, they would just swarm. We could barely get off the shuttle, and they just swarm us, trying to sell us these bus passes. And I was just like, nope, 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 get away. Well, here when I got back, my friend was like, oh no, you should have taken those buses, and she told me about them. And well, me and my girls, we were walking, and we were just taking the subway and stuff like that. And yeah, so we didn't get to see as much as we wanted to, but I think we would have saw more if we would have gotten one of those bus passes. So I told the girls, I said, one of these days I'd like to go back and do it right, I guess. But it was
Well,
cool. It was a cool experience, you know. And
yeah,
then like
like
to go like up in the crown of the Statue of Liberty, it's like a lottery, so you can't, not everybody can just go there.
really,
Um yeah, it was just,
anybody could go up there.
yeah, I guess not anymore. And then like when their new World Trade Center, it costs like $30 a person to ride up to the top of the building in the elevator. And I was like, I ain't paying $30 a person. I mean, you could see the whole memorial and stuff, which that's gorgeous, all the gardens and everything. But I mean, to actually ride up in the building itself was like $30 a person. I was like, that's crazy. Just to ride up to the top of the building and look out, wasn't worth it to me.
Yeah, Carol
But
says her brother lives in, well, he lives in New Jersey and works in New York City, and he took him around. The Statue of Liberty was the best. She said it was impressive.
hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, we went off.
it'd
Oh,
be
go ahead.
have somebody that lived there take you around. I think that was
Yeah,
the best way to see,
yeah.
you know, because you don't want to do all of the tourist stuff. You know, you want to go to the good restaurants that none of the tourists know about. You know,
Hmm.
go
Well,
see
that
the.
was
Go ahead.
when I was going there. I said I wanted to have a hot dog from a street vendor. I wanted to have good New York pizza, and there was a couple other things that I wanted to do. Anyways, um, so I first day we were there, I had my dirty wiener. That's what everybody calls them. and and then well, we were one day we were like, okay, let's have pizza. And we walked and walked. I swear to God, we had to have walked at least 5 miles that day, looking for a decent pizza place. I mean, I
Wow.
wanted real pizza, you know,
Right.
not like Little Caesars or something or Domino's. I wanted real pizza. And and yeah, I mean, I was walking around asking people, you know, I always believe ask the locals, you know,
Right.
and they'd be like, oh, I don't know where a good pizza is, you know. And then when we finally found a place that day, it really wasn't that good a pizza. I was like, crap, you know. But then
Yeah.
we went over to Little Italy, and oh my God, the food and the ambiance, and I mean, it was just wonderful. I just loved it. I was like, oh my God, these are my people. Um, because we got off the bus, we were in Chinatown, and my girls are like, God, I'm starving. What should we eat? You know, I was like, well, we're in Chinatown. Let's have Chinese. And I was like, no, maybe not. You know, because like the first day we were there, we went to McDonald's in Times Square, and there's a roach in the uh, in the ceiling light. You know,
Ugh.
and yeah, after we ate, we saw it. Anyways,
Oh,
um, yeah. Anyways, so I thought, I don't think I want to do Chinese because it's kind of dirty looking, you know. And I
yeah.
was like, wait a minute, isn't Chinatown like right next to Little Italy? And I'm Italian. And my daughter was like, yeah, it is. And I was like, well, let's go to our people then, you know. And I mean, that was cool as hell, walking around and people with Italian accents saying, come over here, you know, to my restaurant. And then there was an old guy singing Italian music and at one restaurant. Anyways, we went to this restaurant, and I mean, it had everything, you know, the music, the guy with the Italian accent, the oh man, and it was so good. I was just like, oh my god. And like I told my husband, I said, I'm Italian. I grew up, spaghetti every Sunday, and I've had the best spaghetti, best lasagna and stuff that you can imagine. I said, but nothing tasted as good as this. I was like, wow. Yeah.
Did they have the red checkered tablecloths too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. Yeah. It was just everything. It was just neat, But anyways, yeah, I really enjoyed that. But yeah, to find pizza. I mean, they kept sending me to these places like almost like a Little Caesars pizza or a Domino's pizza. And I'm like, no, I don't want this crap. I want real pizza, homemade pizza. But
Well, is there a big difference with New York style pizza?
I don't know. I mean, the pizza we had was kind of gross. It really wasn't that good. So I
Huh.
really don't know. But I had heard, if you want good pizza, go to New York. But
Yeah, I mean, it's a big advertisement thing, New York style pizza.
yeah, yeah,
So you would think that it would be different and it'd be really good.
yeah, you'd think so. But the place we went to, it wasn't very good. I don't even remember the place's name. Um, but yeah, it wasn't as good as I expected it to be. It
Hmm.
was a good trip, though. We had a good time.
Yeah, but 3 days, that probably isn't enough to see
No,
New York.
mm-mm. No, especially when you're hoofing it everywhere.
Yeah, well, that's good to know that you take the tour bus and
Yeah,
get on and off and back and forth easier.
yeah, yeah. I didn't, and I was like, I don't want to sit on a tour bus the whole time and have them saying, well, driving around and say, I want to actually get in there and see the places. And so I figured it's just a tour bus, that they just drive around and tell you about these places.
Right.
I didn't realize that you could actually get out and then later on get back on when you were ready.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
But
that kind
now I know.
of sense, that to give the people a chance to see whatever they're looking at. Did you go to Grand Central Station?
Yeah, we went to Grand Central Station. We were at let's see, where else did we go? Into Staten. We rode the Staten Island Ferry. That was another thing that was on my list I wanted to do, which that was free, so that was nice. Um, which in New York, there's not very many places that are free.
Really?
um,
You would think that they'd be charging for that.
yeah, no, it's free. I don't know. We did all kinds of stuff. It was fun. We enjoyed it.
I mean, considering you said that they charged $30 to go up to the top of
Yeah,
a building, $30 to ride an elevator.
yeah,
Please give me a break.
yeah. And then the other Rockefeller Center, in order to ride up that elevator to the top, they wanted to charge you, I think it was like 20 or $30 a person. I was like, what? Just to ride up in an elevator? Starting to sprinkle.
So is
Um,
there like a restaurant or observation or something at the top of these buildings?
yeah, there's some kind of observation at the top of the World Trade Center, I know. Some observation, something or other, but I don't know. I didn't know what was up there. I didn't know what I was missing, so I was like, I don't care. I'm paying $30 a person. That would have been $90 to ride up to the top of to ride to a top of building to see what? To just look out? I don't know. It wasn't worth it to me. I'm
What
cheap
about
though.
the Empire State Building? Did,
Huh?
did you get to go to the Empire State Building?
No, we didn't go to the Empire State Building.
Of course, I guess that's not a big deal anymore.
Yeah, we went to some little museum over by Little Italy, and that was kind of cool. And I didn't make it over to Ellis Island either. I wanted to make it to Ellis Island, but I didn't. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff we didn't do just because, I mean, you're walking everywhere and it takes so much time, you know. That's why I said it was trying to figure out the subway system and everything. Oh my God, that was horrible. The subway was so hot. Oh my God. But trying to figure everything out and stuff. That's why I say it'd probably be nice to go back now that we know what we know.
Yeah. Carol says that they charged her for the ferry to the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, they charge for that. Yep.
The last time she went, the World Trade Center was a hole in the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gorgeous now. I mean, they got a beautiful memorial there.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to just, well, it's on my bucket list. I just need to do it, you know?
Yeah. And I got in trouble for smoking in there. You're not supposed to smoke in their gardens there. And there's no smoking the whole width of it. And some and the guard who came over to me and told me not to smoke there, he's like, how disrespectful. And I was like, what do you mean? Because I was going to have a cigarette? You know, I mean, we're outside. It's not like it was in any kind of enclosure or anything, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm not a rude smoker. I'm not one of those people that stand outside the door and blow smoke in people's faces or anything like that, you know. I mean,
Right.
it was just like a park, you know. And we were sitting on the bench and I lit up a cigarette. God, they were like right on me like stink on shit, boy. And then he told me I was disrespectful. I was like, how am I disrespectful? You know, I was like, sorry.
Well, yeah, I thought this was, we had certain freedoms in the United States, but
Yeah.
not.
Well, I mean, and it was like outside, you know, so, you know, it
Right.
wasn't like I was inside somewhere or anything. But it wasn't like I was defacing for putting my cigarette out on the plaques or anything, you know, and I would have put my cigarette butt in my pocket until I got to garbage, you know.
Right.
But no, there's no smoking in that enclosure or that park at all. And
Well,
whatever. I mean, you know, they're keeping it nice. That's
if
okay.
I
But
remember right, I don't think you can smoke in New York City, period. One of the,
yeah, you can smoke in New York City.
oh, okay. Because I thought one of
Yeah.
the talk show hosts was saying that she had to go, oh, I guess it's within so many feet of the building.
Oh,
That may
yeah,
be what it is.
probably.
Yeah, well, what about electronic cigarettes? Do they let you do that?
I don't know. I didn't have one. I wasn't sure. I
Hmm.
didn't. I hadn't seen any signs at the time, but I guess there's signs all over there. And of course, after it, I saw the signs. Like, oops.
Well, when you're jonesing for a cigarette, you're not looking for no smoking signs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, especially when you're outside in like a park, you don't think, you know,
Yeah,
but
and you're not from there, so
yeah. Yeah, here I can smoke in any park I want here, you know.
yeah. Well, in most places in the United States, you can smoke pretty much
Morning.
anywhere you want, except in a closed area.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like they started treating smokers like lepers, and
Yeah.
you don't want to smoke anywhere.
Yeah.
So, well, that would be a fun trip to take.
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed myself.
So
This
if
umbrellas getting
anybody out there
heavy.
is wondering, I already walked. I got up at early. I was up at 4:30, and so I already went out and walked, and then I thought I'd come in and chat with you guys.
Yeah, Valerie said she overslept. So she says I'm not going to be in there today, or I'm not going to make it today or something. I said, are you okay? And she goes, yeah, I'm just a lazy ass. I said, well, I guess at least you're honest.
Bump Picker just came in.
Who? Who?
Picker, Glenn.
Oh, hi, Glenn.
So, what are you up to?
Nice to get this walking in. Huh?
Glenn, what are you up to today?
I
Anything
think we have a
exciting?
listing challenge today on Valerie's channel, I think.
Oh, yeah. You know, I should jump in on that. I have 100 remote controls that I
Oh
need
boy.
to list.
Have you sold on eBay or anything at all, or?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. Oh,
And the remotes do really, really well. And
yeah.
I've just been lazy about listing them. You
Mm.
know, I need to get on that.
Yeah.
Well, I started doing the jewelry auctions, and that kind of consumed my time. But
Sure.
I have that under control now and budgeting my time a little bit better.
Yeah.
So,
It quit raining. Oh, it's still raining. I just was under a tree.
well, use your $30 umbrella.
Yeah. I use it any chance I get.
Yeah. So, Carol, what are you up to today? Are you doing anything exciting? Or just hanging out? Glenn said he's working early.
Mm. Get to work, Glenn.
Yep. I wish I had somebody to come over here and list stuff for me. I love
That'd be
shopping
nice.
for it, and I love getting paid for it,
Yeah.
but I don't like listing it.
Yeah. I know, that's me too. I like buying the stuff and I like selling the stuff, but I don't like listing it. Yeah. Yeah, if I could find a lister, that'd be great.
Carol's still in bed. Get up, Carol. Come on.
She usually is during the walk. Lift your legs, Carol. Get some exercise in.
Yeah.
I think she walks later or something, though.
The Comfortable Life just came in.
Hi, Charles. Nice out. If it wouldn't be raining, it'd be nice. It's only supposed to be 63 degrees here today.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a little muggy this morning, but hopefully it cools off a little bit. It's been so hot, and I live in the north. I don't want it to be 90 to 100 degrees out. You know, I like that it doesn't get that hot usually, but this summer has been, whew, it's been really hot.
We've gotten a whole bunch of rain lately.
Oh,
Just a deluge. And I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So, it really isn't supposed to rain here that much. But in the past week, we've gotten a couple of days that we've gotten over an inch of rain,
hmm.
which here that turns into a flood. You
Yeah.
know, it it can be pretty dangerous, but everything's soaking wet. Not used to that.
Where are you at again?
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Oh, Albuquerque. That's right. That's pretty there.
Well, it's brown.
Yeah, it's brown.
There's not much green around.
No. Nice area though.
Yeah,
I've
it,
been to Albuquerque many times.
have you?
Well, through it, yeah. I used to
Yeah.
be a truck driver, so
Oh, okay.
yeah. I used to deliver there quite a bit.
Glenn says that his elves are on strike, so I
His
guess
elves are sorry.
he has to list.
Christmas is coming. You better get them elves moving.
No kidding.
Oh, I think it's good enough. Well, I only have one hand, so I might as well carry my umbrella. Might as well carry it till
I
I get to
saw
the
this
truck.
neat little thing on Amazon the other day. It goes around your neck and it holds your cell phone so that you can do, like a live chat and
Oh,
have
cool.
both of your hands free.
Nice.
I should go back and look that up and see how much that was. I just sort of passed it on by, but then I got to thinking about it. That would be pretty cool,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that would be neat.
because you wouldn't have to sit there and hold the phone all the time.
Yeah. I have this little tripod thing that my daughter bought me. And it like hooks anywhere. It's a really cool thing. Anyways, I just have to dig it out of the van. I know. And I could use that as like a selfie stick.
Oh yeah.
But I keep forgetting to dig it out of the van, and
Is that the van that has all of your stuff in
it
it?
has a bunch of stuff in it. Yeah. I wish that was all my stuff, but no. It's got a bunch of stuff in it, but not all my stuff.
Well,
Yeah. That van used to be my trademark.
really.
I was always in the van. Ooh, we're getting closer to the lake, the bay, because I can feel the breeze. Oh, it feels good.
Now, where are you again?
I'm up by Duluth, Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
So if you look at a map and you see Lake Superior,
Uh-huh.
and it's in the shape of a wolf's head,
Uh-huh.
I'm right about where the nose would be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm actually over on the Wisconsin side in Poplar, which is about 20 some miles from Duluth. But I was born and raised in Duluth, and most of the time I'm in Duluth or Superior during the day.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I go to Duluth just about every day. So I'm actually a Minnesotan, but I live in Wisconsin. Married a Wisconsin guy.
Ah,
Plus the taxes are cheaper in Wisconsin for real estate taxes. Every year, everybody over in the Minnesota side, they pay a lot of money for taxes every year on their house. I don't pay as much for mine. It's a lot cheaper on this side of the bridge.
isn't that amazing that just a couple of miles make a big difference in the tax
Yeah,
base? You know?
yeah. And I mean, we're the twin ports, Duluth and Superior. And I mean, there was always like reciprocity, like our college kids, if they were from Duluth and went to college at UWS and Superior, um, they didn't have to pay out of state fees,
Yeah.
like you would at any other college, and vice versa. We have University of Minnesota Duluth, and the kids didn't have to pay if they were from Superior. They didn't have to pay out-of-state fees.
Well, that's
Um, and like our taxes used to be reciprocity. They're trying to put it back to that. Um, like you would just file taxes just normal, like if you worked in Minnesota and lived in Wisconsin or vice versa.
uh-huh.
But they changed it a few years back, so you have to, if you live in Wisconsin, you still and live. and work in Duluth, you still have to pay Minnesota and Wisconsin their taxes
Yeah.
or whatever, and or claim them or whatever, and then it ends up most of the time just evening out. So you end up what you get back from. Let's say I live in Wisconsin, so if I worked in Minnesota, what I paid to Minnesota, I would get back from Wisconsin.
Uh-huh.
So it would kind of like even itself out. So you really wouldn't get anything. You just get or you'd get enough from Wisconsin to pay Minnesota, and then you have a little bit left over,
Yeah.
Um, so they're trying to get that back. But yeah, most of my life we always had reciprocity with the two states being here. But
Well, I found something out cool the other day. I was checking into going back to college,
yeah,
and because I'm over 65, um, the college credit courses only cost me $5 a credit hour.
wow,
Yeah. So,
nice,
um, and they're normally, I think, around $85 an
yeah,
hour.
wow,
I think I'm gonna, at both the university here and the community college,
yeah,
I think I'm gonna go back and at least take some dummy computer courses because people don't realize I never had a computer growing up.
yeah,
They hadn't been, well, they had been invented, but it was nothing like it is now that everybody's got a computer.
yeah,
Um, the computers that existed were great big rooms of computers. There were no
yeah,
PCs or anything like that. So I'm playing catch up on
yeah.
the tech world. But so you're back at your truck.
Well, and it's something different. Yeah, it's totally different than what you're used to. Not being brought up in the technology world.
Yeah.
And as we get older, I mean, it takes a little more to learn stuff sometimes.
Yeah,
Because
I noticed that.
because I mean, I'm only 44, and I still right. I've noticed in the last like year, I'm noticing my memory isn't quite as good as it used to be.
Yeah.
Um, and so, I mean, as we get older, I mean, it's not like I'm getting Alzheimer's or anything, or I think I am. I'm just saying I don't remember stuff like for eBay. I used to remember all the glassware and all these different things about knickknacks and
Oh, yeah.
and glassware and all that and patterns, and I used to remember all that, but I don't remember it anymore.
I used to be able to remember all the prices. If I saw something and saw the price on it, I could stash it away in my little brain
Mhm.
but now it gets stashed away in my brain and it gets lost. It's
Yeah.
gone forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Dwayne, what are
Hi,
you doing
Dwayne.
early? What are you people doing up so early?
We're walking. Well, I'm done walking now, but I was walking.
Well,
What time is it? I usually make it to 7:45, but well, I'm close.
yeah,
Once it started raining, I put my umbrella up and I started walking back. So I didn't walk as far as I usually do, but that's okay. At least we're up walking. That's the main thing.
yeah.
Getting out of the house, moving around. So, well, I appreciate you coming in. It was nice to have somebody to chit chat with and keep an eye on the chat and stuff. Sometimes I get to talking and I forget about the chat. It's like, oh crap, I gotta go back and watch the chat.
Well, I noticed, when I was doing the live auctions and that it was hard to keep up with the chat
Yeah,
and do what I was doing, so it makes a difference for somebody to be there and help you read the chat so you know what's going on, you
yeah,
know, in case people are asking questions and stuff like that,
yeah,
or just yelling out, hey.
yeah. Well, my chat's pretty easy to keep up with because it's pretty slow, but yeah, in some shows, sometimes in the shows, it's difficult to keep track of everything, especially like Dwayne and his auction. That's probably very difficult to keep up with everything going on.
Yeah, it,
But I used to be a chat room chatter, and back when the chat rooms were big, and I mean I would have 6 to 8 windows up, chat rooms up, plus some instant messengers and stuff like that. So I've always been able
really,
to pretty much keep up with stuff like that.
oh my gosh, I'd never be able to keep up with anything like that.
Yeah,
No, that my brain couldn't function at that.
my husband, my husband would be like, "How in the hell do you do that?"
Yeah, that would be difficult for me. But I'm just not used to it. I guess if I got used to
Yeah,
it, you know, might be different. But,
yeah.
I mean, I didn't do chat rooms until I started watching YouTube.
Mhm.
Got into the resale community, and that was just in February of this year. So
Yeah.
I'm just a newbie.
That's all right. We'll keep you.
Cool. Yay, team.
Well, there's, people, like my dad, he's 75 and he teaches people how to use the computer.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
So, yeah, but he was in it, he's been in it for, ever since computers were real big in the house,
Right.
he was always kept up with the technology. So, yeah, so it's nothing for him to, even if he doesn't know it, to learn it real quick.
Yeah.
But he's got a unique mind. I think if he doesn't have a photographic memory, it's pretty darn close. He's never said that he does or anything, but maybe he's shy about it or something. But yeah,
Yeah.
he picks things up like. Well, I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again because you probably haven't heard it. One time we had this he had this semi trailer up at his buddy's house, and his buddy was like, I don't know, like 80 some years old, and he ended up passing on, and we had to get that trailer out of there, and that trailer had been up there with his stuff in it for like 25 years, and this was about 2 years ago. Anyways, I was in junior high when he put that trailer up there.
Hmm.
Anyways, so it was even longer than 25 years. Anyways, not really that big of a deal. Um, so my husband, they're going through the trailer and throwing stuff into scrap and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, my husband grabs a combination lock, and he went to start throwing it in the scrap pile. And my dad goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Wait a minute!" He goes, "That's my junior high gym locker lock."
Oh my God.
And he says, "Hand that to me." And my husband handed it to him. He goes, "No way." And all of a sudden, my dad did the combination and boom, opened it up. And we're like, "Oh my God."
From
my
high
husband says, my husband says, "You're never going to play the Alzheimer's card with me." He says.
school. Oh gosh. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have my 50th high school reunion this year, and some of those gals remember what their locker numbers were.
Yeah.
It's like, really? It's just
I know.
it is completely out of my brain.
I could tell you what my ICQ number was, which was a instant messenger. I used to be able to I remembered my high school locker combination for quite a few years afterwards. I would say probably about 8 to 10 years ago is probably when I finally forgot it. But and I'm on what 20. I probably remembered it for probably 10, 12 years after high school. But then it just got locked away that I just don't care. It's not important to me to remember it.
But the thing I do remember is the phone number growing up. My
Hmm.
parents my parents' phone number. I
Yeah.
still remember that from, you know, 60 years ago.
Hmm.
But I guess that you never forget, you know,
Yeah.
because we had the same phone number forever. But that's
Yeah.
about the thing I forget.
That would be something I would think you'd never forget. Yeah. I have my dad still has on his cell phone. He had the phone number from my childhood. It was always our phone number. Um, that's his phone number on his cell phone now.
Wow.
Because you could take your phone number onto your cell phone. So when he quit using a house phone, he took the phone number as his cell phone number.
Yeah, Glenn says that he still remembers his from when he was 5.
Oh,
Yeah, I guess, that was an important number back then, so you really kind of etched it into your brain.
yeah. And that was before cell phones. I was like a walking, talking phone book. My
Oh,
dad could yell in, "Hey, what's this phone number? What's this phone number?" And I used to be able to just da 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 da. I mean, I would remember it like you wouldn't believe, but not anymore. Now that I have a cell phone, I don't remember numbers at all anymore.
no, I don't. I don't think I know one single phone number of any of my friends, you know,
Yeah,
because it's all in my phone.
yeah.
Uh, I guess the phones are dumbing us down or something.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Computers and phones have made our brains lazy. We don't have to remember that stuff anymore. And that's why I say I think my memory is a little worse than it used to be. But and I don't think it has anything to do with like age or anything. I just think it has to be with, computers and cell phones are making us lazy. Our brains lazy. We don't have to remember stuff like that anymore. I mean, like appointments. I used to have it all in my head. I mean, every
Right.
appointment, any kind of concert, anything. I was all in my head. Birthdays, absolutely everything. I never used a calendar. Now, if it's not in my phone, I don't do it. you know.
Yeah. Yeah. We've become dependent on technology, and
Yeah.
like you said, we're not using our brains.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
and the doctor's office calls me a day or two before I have an appointment. So why remember? They're going to
Exactly.
remember, you know?
They'll remind you.
Yeah. So, yeah, I, I've become lazy, I guess,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah, we all have. Well, I suppose I better get off of here because Valerie's show's going to start here in about 10 minutes. So,
All right.
you know, I don't want to run her late either. Everybody, thank you for coming in, and I appreciate you coming in, Sandy. Especially now since I was all by myself.
Yepers.
Worked out good.
Yep. Okay, guys. Love you. See you later.
Bye. Thank you for coming in.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye. Oh, I guess I'm gonna be here for a few more seconds here. I do this every time. My team viewer that remotely um, connects me to my computer at home. It it times out while I'm on my show, and I always forget about that. Let's see here. All right, thanks for coming in, everybody. Have a good day, and don't forget to go over to Chick Picker's channel for the listing challenge. Bye. Maybe.